Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with a different type of reading. I decided to do bonus readings for 3 of my placements, my big 3. So that would include Libra, Taurus, and Cancer, which are part of my big 3. So I have a Libra Sun, Taurus Rising, and Cancer Moon. So I've decided to give bonus readings to those placements because I feel connected to those, obviously. And with those elements, the air, the earth, and the water, they seem to be the most watched of the elements, or most watched when I do the elemental readings every month. So I wanted to, it's just my little way of starting to do something special for those who view my videos, who take the time out to come by, leave a like, subscribe as well, and those types of things. And this is also across all platforms that I'm on. In addition to that, I'm going to, with each video that I put up, whatever gets whatever element or sign or whichever thing gets the most traction or the most views, they will get a special, like an extra special bonus reading as well. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's set up to where whoever has the most view, or whichever video has the most views or elements or sign, they will get an extra bonus reading as well. So it's not just going to be the 3 placements, but each week for sure, Libra, Taurus, and Cancer will be the ones who get that extra bonus reading, if that makes sense. So hopefully that makes sense, and you'll see as time progresses. Anyway, now that I got that out the way, you know what's going to happen. And these 3 placements will have a reading, a vibe check-in reading weekly. Okay, or did I say weekend? And I'm still trying to figure out the title of how I want to call these, but basically they're going to be vibe check-in weekly readings. Okay, so it'll be like that, something like that. I'll figure it out. By the time this video is up and you're watching it, you'll see what it says on the video. Okay, and again, just look over me because we're coming out of the Mercury retrograde, so things can still be kind of jumbled. Okay, especially communication. Also, let me get all my other little things out of the way. So if you enjoyed my readings so far, definitely give me a like, subscribe to the channel, give me a comment down in the comment section as you listen through. Okay, and yeah, let me know how it resonated, or if it did. Okay, and if you feel comfortable sharing, leave me a comment down in the comment section, share the video. Okay, if you think someone may love these types of readings, share it with them so that they can come over and join this community that I'm trying to build up over here. What else? The cards that I use will be down in the description box. What else? If you want to book a personal reading with me, if you're new or you returning, if you want to do any of that, that information will be down in the description box as well. And you can just let me know. You have to contact me though. I do not reach out to people personally for readings. I will never do that if someone is posing as me. I don't think that I'm that big to where someone would start impersonating me, but you never know. But I just throw that out there just so you're aware that I will never reach out to anyone personally to do a reading for them, especially not for free. Okay, because this takes a lot of energy out of you to do so, especially a personalized one. It's still work. Do reading for a collective, but it's even more work to do it for an individual on an individual basis, because you're tapping to their energy directly. Okay, if that makes sense. You would think it would be the opposite, but it's still you know, still heavy, if that makes sense. And I have to, you know, once I do my readings and get them out of the way, I kind of have to take a break, or, you know, get my energy back up, because you're tapping into a lot. All right, so if you hear the AC, okay, it is still hot here. It's like 93 degrees, even though it hasn't been that hot. It's still pretty hot, so the AC stays on. Okay, I'm talking loud. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough for where you can hear me. I think I am, because I did do a sound test. Okay, so you should be able to hear me just fine. All right, without further ado, this is the Taurus reading. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. These cards have been shuffled. I did so on the first video, and I'm doing it right now. It's just kind of second nature for me to do it, even though I've shuffled it to however long. But yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're just looking at what the week will be like ahead. Okay, and it's going to be like start of the week, midweek, and then end of the week. So 3 card spread, and then we're going to get some oracle cards out here as well. All right, and for the Libra video, I asked what everyone was eating for dinner tonight, which this is Sunday night that I'm doing these readings, so they'll be up either later on today or early Monday morning. We'll see how this works out. I may go ahead and get them uploaded, just because I want to make sure that they're up for everyone, especially the start of the week. Okay, got that. But I mentioned that about the dinner thing. I would like for the Tauruses, and it's funny, I should have, because Taurus is all about like comfort food and all that other stuff, but Libra is very Venusian too, so they're ruled by the same planet, which is Venus. So I think still in the same realm of being a foodie, which Tauruses are natural foodies. Tell me, Tauruses, in the comment section, let me know what you all are having for dessert tonight, if anything. Even if it's like an actual dessert, or maybe like a drink or something like that. Or, you know, maybe it's just candy or something like that. Let me know what you're having for dessert. Okay. In addition to how the reading resonates for you. Okay. And I know I'm a chatty Cathy, but it is what it is. I feel like I can talk in the camera more so than I can in person. I get very socially anxious when I'm out in public, or I have to do any type of public speaking. It's kind of weird for me, but talking to the camera, I can do that because nobody is in front of me. All right, so Tauruses, at the start of the week, excuse me, we have 7 of air, and it says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. All right, so that's the card. You can't really see it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to maneuver this camera a bit better so that you can see the cards better. Okay, but anyway, so that's 7 of cards, or 7 of cards, 7 of air, sorry. So with this with this and what Tauruses may be facing the beginning of the week. Yeah, there could be something could not be clear for a lot of you Tauruses. And it could be that you're waiting for something to happen, or you need more information and it's not coming to you just yet. And it could be that some of you may need to do more research, because it says plans that need revision. So whatever it is you're planning at the beginning of the week, you may need to go back and revise those plans, even though Mercury retrograde has passed, but it's still I think we're still in like that after period or whatever before it completely goes direct or whatever. So you can still be kind of feeling the effects of Mercury retrograde when it comes to like communication, because planning and revising things and that type of jazz it's also like a form of communication, like writing, planning, that type of thing. So yeah, you definitely want to I had to look at my camera for a minute there. I was like, did I stop recording or did it stop recording? I was about to say no, but anyway, I remember what I was saying. But yeah, whatever is going on, whatever you had planned, whatever it is that you wanted to do, you may need more information before you act. Okay, so definitely take a step back and reframe, refocus, and just try to make sure you have your P's and Q's and everything squared away. Yeah, because something is not as it seems. There also could be information being hidden from you intentionally so that you make a wrong move. So I don't know what that could be. But just watch your back when it comes to that. Make sure that you're on everything, on top of everything, especially if it's like work related. Yeah, because I see like, okay, there's all these like, there's some in the background here, unicorns, and then there's all these kind of sitting around, and it makes me think of like everyone, what is it, like, you know, the water cooler talk where everybody comes to me to gossip and share news and that type of thing. But I'm getting the sense of someone sharing some information and they don't have all the information, and they falsely give someone some information, and instead of, don't run with it, basically. Like, don't take it at face value. Do your own research before you act, before you do something, and you might regret that. Okay. All right. And so now we have Queen of Water, and this is tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, loving. Okay. And it says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. Okay. So by midweek, this is all about, like, our relationships, interpersonal, as well as it could be like romantic as well. But I get the sense that this is more so on the platonic side. I'm not really feeling that this is romantic to me. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. What I'm hearing in my mind and what I'm seeing as it pertains to this, the start of the week card, I feel like if perhaps you work with your coworkers and you consider them friends, you could it could be you that is hearing something about one of your friends, one of your coworkers, and it's like really, it could be like have the potential to be very damning to their reputation. But at the same time, it's like, you know, don't run with that information. Whatever you heard about them, don't run with that information. Make sure you get concrete proof. Make sure you get, you know, make sure things are confirmed before, you know, you, I keep hearing run with information. Don't run with information. Like, don't run with that, because it could just be someone. It could be that someone just got it wrong, and they're going, you know, they're spreading a whole bunch of false information, and it's not cute. And they have their, whoever is doing this has their own agenda. This could also be a lot of Tauruses themselves. Like, something could have come out about, you know, about you at work, or just, you know, you in general. Someone may have involved you in something and you didn't know anything about it, and you're, you know, it's like, this is news to me. You know, and it's like, how did I get in this? So it's like I get the sense that you may have to defend, you know, a friend or a coworker, or you may have to defend yourself. But I don't feel like this is just like the end of the world, but I feel like it has the potential to be, because especially if people just run with the information and don't take the time to really research and make sure that what has happened is actually happened. Okay. But basically it's just keep your head on the swivel, and, you know, be mindful of what's happening around you. Because yeah, it says down here, trust your intuition and care for yourself and others. So yeah, it's basically like just having like compassion for, you know, yourself, compassion for others, especially when it comes to like your friends or coworkers, and not just taking things at face value just because someone else says it, or they, you know, especially if they say it so convincingly. You know what I mean? Like, you know who your friend is, you know who your coworker is, if you guys are close. You had a chance to really get to know them and stuff like that. So don't take that at face value, okay? And so by the end of the week, we have Page of Earth, and this is scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. It's funny because all these cards are kind of like speaking for patience, even though it doesn't say that on Seven of Air, but it's basically saying like to pause, to reflect, revise plans before you make a move. But on Queen of Water, it says patience, or be patient over here, and it says patient over here on the Page of Earth as well. So yeah, this is all about patience. This is all about not being impulsive and moving too fast to where you make a misstep, or you make a miscalculation and you assume, and it just, you know the rest. Okay, but anyway, getting back to Page of Earth, it says good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Okay, and this is how the card looks here. Excuse me for all the sniffling. My nose wants to act up for whatever reason now. It always does that when I do a reading. And I get to talking. Okay, so with this being said, I really just feel like, because you take the time to plan, because you take the time to not take something at face value, it leads you here. It leads you to be successful. Okay? And I feel like even further, because I'm seeing that word dependable. Because you had compassion, because you took the time to research, because you took the time to figure something out before you made a move, this is where you are. Okay, you're going to be seen as dependable, reliable, someone who's intelligent, knowing their stuff, you know, and that's going to make you successful. That's what I get from this Page of Earth card. And usually, like with pages across the board, that's usually like someone who's young, someone who's kind of like impulsive, who kind of flies by the seat of their pants. But I feel like in this case, especially with it being Earth, page of Earth, which this is Taurus is coming out in the reading, which, you know, earth signs. All matter of fact, all the placements: Seven of Air, Queen of Water, so Earth, Air, and Fire, Water. That's funny. Anyway, I just love little like synchronicities and stuff like that, little patterns that you can sort of like you know, match and comprehend and stuff. And the AC just clicked back on, so again, I'll try to speak over it, but it's, babe, it's gonna have to stay on because it is hot. Okay, it's still, the temperature is still sitting at 93 degrees, so yeah, it's gonna have to stay on. But you should be able to hear me though. Yeah, I just feel like whatever you get, when you get through this Queen of Water energy, as well as the, well, Seven of Air energy, as well as the Queen of Earth, Water energy, you're gonna have good news. Okay. And because of your actions here in midweek, it's gonna lead, it could lead to a new opportunity where you get a chance to take on something more challenging, more responsibility at work. You get to do like a new, you might even get a new role, because a new area of study. For some reason, it makes me think this is very like work career centered for me, I believe. So yeah, I'm really feeling like a new opportunity is coming through by the end of the week for you. Kind of like the opposite of what Libra's reading was about, but yeah, a new area of study. I just feel like that's more like more opportunity, because you're kind of in this energy of wanting to do something more challenging, or more wanting to do something new, and so you get the chance. Okay. All right, so let's go to the Oracle cards, and it says simplifying your life, and it says I cherish the simple pleasures of life. Okay, so yeah, also, and it's funny that simplifying your life and Seven of Air kind of align, but it's like all this kind of like people around, or not people, but unicorns around, all around in this group. It also makes me think of this card here with all this stuff that this one person has to complete or do. You know, it's like I'm getting like a lot of tasks, a lot of voices, a lot of things, you know. So it can be, so that's the reason why you may need to take some time to also plan, you know, make revisions to your plans as well, and just make sure everything is in a row, or your ducks are in a row, because it can be the start of the week is like very chaotic, is what I'm saying. Okay. And it's just like, yeah, this could also be like with the Queen of Water, like relationships coming into play and simplifying your life. Maybe you need to like reach out for help. Okay. Yeah, I get that card. It's a Goddess Oracle card that pops in my mind. It's the Green Terra in that Goddess Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. It's to start delegating. I'm seeing that card in my mind for simplifying your life. Yeah. So yeah, start asking people for help. You don't have to do stuff alone. Okay. Standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. That's a midweek card that aligns with the Queen of Water. Yeah, again, I feel like with the standing firm, like I said before, you may need to come to the defense of your friend, co-worker that you're close with, or you may have to do that for yourself. But you are being called to stand firm and do what it is that you need to do to protect yourself and protect others that you hold dear to your heart. Okay. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to defend yourself where you need to defend yourself, or whoever else needs defending. Okay. And then you have The end of the week, it says giving birth here. And it says, I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. So yeah, all these cards align perfectly for, you know, each like column, row, however you say it. Y'all know what I mean. But yeah. Yeah, it's all good news. Whatever happens with this page of Earth, by the end of the week, you're going to be birthing something new. You're going to be doing something new. You're going to get new opportunities. Whatever you did midweek, whatever changes you made, whatever decisions you made, actions you did, it leads to this. It leads to the success. It leads to the new. Okay. All right. So that was all, Taurus, that I'm getting for you for this week coming up. I hope that this message resonated with you or for you. If it did, do the things. Subscribe to the channel if you like how I read. Like the video, share the video, leave me a comment down in the comment section. Again, let me know what y'all are having for dessert tonight. If you are, if not, totally fine. Let me know whatever. Just comment whatever you like to comment, as well as let me know if this reading resonated and how it resonated. If you feel comfortable doing so, share the video to a friend or someone you think might enjoy this reading. If you want to get at me for a personal book or for a personal reading, I am open for bookings. Email me. I'm very affordable, and we will discuss prices. Okay. I will never reach out to you personally for readings, and I especially am not going to read for free. So only the friends, the close friends, get that special discount sometimes. Okay, but normally they will pay for my time as far as, you know, doing readings for them, and I appreciate them. Okay, so yeah, and what else? The cards that I'm using, they will be down in the description box. So if you would like to get your hands on those decks, you know, you can go support the people who've created these decks. Well, I'm not going to talk about the person who created these particular cards. I know I mentioned their name, but earlier, speaking about a different deck of cards, but they don't do it anymore. So, but again, if you want this particular deck, I'm pretty sure you probably can get it, you know. I don't know if it's still in print or not, but they may have, you know, completely redone it or something. I don't know. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, come back soon, because I have a pick a pal reading coming up. And again, these new readings that I'm doing will be weekly. That's the goal that I'm shooting for, or going after. You know, I want to do these weekly just to be able to check in and see what the energies might be looking like for the week ahead. And I think I mentioned, even though I'm doing these 3 placements specifically for my elemental readings that I do, whichever videos get the most watches, that will be the element that I give a bonus reading to. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, you'll see what I mean as, you know, time goes on and progresses, and I'm going to consider the elements across platforms that I'm on, so that I get a good kind of consensus of what other elements will get the bonus readings. But for sure, you can be looking for Libra, Cancer, and Taurus. Okay. All right. Thank you, Tauruses. Have a good week. And I will see you next time.